Hi students, good morning to one and all. Today we are going to continue monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid cross? This is the cross made between two parents differing in single trait with reference to one trait. So monohybrid cross is the cross made between two parents differing in single trait or one pair of contrasting characters. In monohybrid cross, Mendel crossed a pure tall pea plant, with a pure dwarf pea plant. Here the genotype of pure tall pea plant is capital T, dwarf pea plant is small t. Then coming to the possible combinations of genotypes in F1. Generally here, this possible combination of genotypes can be represented with the help of Punnett square, or it is also popularly known as checkerboard. Punnett square or checkerboard is commonly used to identify the possible combinations of the genotypes which are obtained during F1 and F2 generations or in hybridization experiments. This Punnett square or checkerboard for the first time developed by one familiar scientist, namely Reginald C. Punnett. For the first time developed this mode of representation of possible combinations of the gametes and the possible types of genotypes formed at the end of the cross. However, this Punnett square or checkerboard mainly useful to find the possible types of gametes, possible fusions of the gametes and possible genotypes formed as well as the phenotypes formed. Here consider this representation with the help of Punnett square. Generally here two types of gametes are formed with the help of, say, this is female parent and this one as male parent. Say how many types of female gametes are formed here? Only one type. All the female gametes are with capital T and V. How many types of male gametes are formed here? All the male gametes are with the small t and V. Then consider here possible types of genotypes. This one represents F1 generation. All plants are with capital T small t. What is the phenotype of capital T small t? Phenotypically tall. So when a pure tall plant is crossed with a pure dwarf pea plant, all tall plants are formed. All the plants formed in F1 generation are tall with heterozygous condition, capital T small t, heterozygous condition. Then in the next stage, this scientist Gregor Johann Mendel self-free F1 hybrid. Consider F1 heterozygote selfing capital T small t with capital T small t. This is heterozygous tall heterozygous tall. This is also heterozygous tall. Then generally this heterozygous tall produces how many types of gametes? How many types of gametes are formed by homozygous individuals? One type. Heterozygous individuals, two types. Say, consider this one as female and this one as male. Then female gametes are two types, male gametes are also two types. This one forms capital T female gamete and the small t female gamete. This one also forms capital T male gamete and the small t male gametes. Whenever here capital T female gamete fuses with capital T male gamete, it results in the formation of capital T capital T. Capital T female gamete fuses with small t male gamete, it results in the formation of capital T small t. Small t female gamete fuses with capital T male gamete, it results in the formation of capital T small t. Then small t female gamete fuses with small t male gamete, it results in the formation of small t small t. So here the first case, consider here for possible fertilizations, possible fertilizations, capital T female gamete with capital T male gamete. Second possibility, capital T female gamete with small t male gamete. Third possibility, small t male gamete, small t female gamete with capital T male gamete. Then fourth possibility, small t female gamete with small t male gamete. Here the first condition results in the formation of capital T capital. Second condition results in the formation of capital T small t. Third condition results in the formation of capital T small t. Fourth condition results in the formation of capital small t small t. Then analyze the phenotypes, capital T tall, capital T small t tall, capital T small t tall, small t dwarf. So these possible genotypes obtained in F1, possible genotypes obtained in F2 can be represented by using Punnett square or checkerboard. This mode of representation was developed by Reginald C. Punnett. For the first time developed this mode of representation. Then we analyze different types of phenotypes and different types of genotypes formed. Generally here during F2 generation, this represents F2 generation. This represents F2 generation or F2 progeny. Analyze different types of F2 progeny, different phenotypes and different phenotypes obtained during F2 generation. Here analyze with reference to the phenotypes. How many types of phenotypes are formed here? Two types of phenotypes. During F1 generation, how many types of phenotypes are formed? During F1 generation, phenotypes only one, that is tall. All are tall. During F1 generation, genotypes, how many types of genotypes are formed? Only one type. All the progeny having only one type of genotype, that is capital T small t. So during F1 generation, in a typical monohybrid cross, different phenotypes, genotypes formed one phenotype, one genotype. Here phenotypically all the plants are tall, genotypically all the plants are heterozygous. Then coming to the during F2 generation, say this is with reference to F2 generation. Here first combination leads to tall, second combination leads to tall, third combination leads to tall, but fourth combination leads to dwarf. So here the most important, how many types of phenotypes are formed here? Two types. What are they? Tall and dwarf. I mean, during F1 generation, only one of the two parental characters are expressed. Only one parental character is expressed. But during F2 generation, both the parental characters are expressed. The character which is not expressed in F1 again reappeared in F2. This is the most important point observed by Gregor Johann Mendel. However, here what is the proportion of tall? What is the proportion of tall? Generally here, out of 4 plants produced, how many are tall plants? 3. So proportion of tall is 3 by 4. That is equal to 75%. Then proportion of dwarf, out of 4 plants, how many are dwarf? Only 1 is dwarf. So 1 by 4, that is 25%. Very important. I mean here phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Very important. With reference to monohybrid cross, how many phenotypes are formed here? 2 types, 2 phenotypes, tall and dwarf. Proportion of tall is 3 by 4, or 75%. Proportion of dwarf is 1 by 4, 25%. So the ratio is 3:1. The ratio between tall to dwarf, that is phenotypic ratio. Then analyze the second condition, genotypes. Analyze the second condition, genotypes. Here how many types of genotypes are appeared in F2? The first possible genotype is capital T, capital T. Second possible genotype is capital T, small t. Third possible genotype is small t, small t. Then first one, capital T is homozygous tall. This is homozygous tall. Homozygous tall proportion is 1 by 4. Only 1 out of 4 is tall. Tall for homozygous. Then generally here, whose percentage is 25%. Then heterozygous tall, capital T, small t, capital T, small t represents heterozygous tall, whose proportion is 2 by 4. That is 50%. Then homozygous dwarf, only 1 out of 4 is homozygous dwarf, that is equal to 25%. So here genotypic ratio is, here how many genotypes are formed in F2 generation? How many genotypes are formed in F1 generation? 3 genotypes. 3 genotypes. What are they? Homozygous tall, heterozygous tall, homozygous dwarf. Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, small t, small t. So here genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Very important. This is the final conclusion, the most important one with reference to the monohybrid cross. With reference to monohybrid cross, how many phenotypes are formed here? 2. How many genotypes? 3. 2 phenotypes are tall and dwarf. 3 genotypes are capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, small t, small t. Then here the most important phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Phenotypic ratio is 3:1, genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. With the help of this observation, with the help of results of monohybrid cross, Mendel proposed 2 laws, namely law of dominance and law of segregation. However, these results, this 3:2 phenotypic ratio can be explained even with the help of binomial theorem. Another very important one. The results of monohybrid cross can be explained by using binomial expression or binomial theorem. According to binomial theorem or binomial expression, ax plus by whole square. Generally, ax plus by whole square. In ax plus by whole square, a and b consider, for example, say a is the proportion of capital T gamete, B is the proportion of small t gamete. Then consider x and y. X is capital T gamete, y is small t gamete. Small t gamete. Substitute this in binomial theorem, binomial expression. Consider A is proportion of capital T gamete. What is the proportion of capital T gamete? Generally it is 1 by 2 capital T, X is capital T, plus proportion of small t gamete 1 by 2 small t, 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t. Then expand 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t into 1 by 2 capital T plus 1 by 2 small t. Then 1 by 2 capital T into 1 by 2 capital T, that is 1 by 4 capital T plus 1 by 2 capital T into 1 by 2 small t, 1 by 4 capital T small t plus 1 by 2 small t into 1 by 2 capital T, 1 by 4 capital T small t plus 1 by 2 small t into 1 by 2 small t, 1 by 4 small t small t. So here consider with reference to this formula 1 by 4 capital T plus 1 by 4 capital T plus 1 by 4 capital T small t, that is 2 by 4 capital T small t plus 1 by 4 small t small t. Say here with reference to genotypic ratio 1 is to 2 is to 1. Here 1 by 4th proportion is homozygous star, 2 by 4th proportion is heterozygous star, then 1 by 4th proportion is homozygous dwarf. Same is in case of binomial theorem or binomial expression. However, here also the proportion of homozygous star is 1 by 4, proportion of heterozygous star is 2 by 4, proportion of homozygous dwarf is 1 by 4. It also explains the 1 is to 2 is to 1 genotypic ratio in monohybrid cross. Are you getting? Okay? Ardhamautunda? This is very important. Very simple also. So what is monohybrid cross? Simply a cross made between two parents differing in single trait or single pair of contrasting characters or simply single character. So when Mendel crossed a pure tall plant with pure dwarf plant, all the F1 progeny resemble only one of the parent, tall parent. Hence tall character is dominant. When this F1 is selfed, along with tall, dwarf character is also appeared in F2. I mean during F2 generation both tall and dwarf plants are appeared. Tall and dwarf characters are appeared. Then finally during F2 generation phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1 and genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. Then coming to the next important one. Test cross and back cross. Very important one. Test cross and back cross. What is test cross and what is back cross? Test cross, back cross. Generally, first consider with reference to the test cross. Test cross. This is the cross made between F1 hybrid with recessive parent. Very important. Test cross is the cross made between F1 hybrid with recessive parent. Then who first developed this test cross? This test cross for the first time developed by Gregor Johann Mendel to test the purity of dominant individual. I mean, in this monohybrid cross conducted by Mendel, which one is the dominant individual? Tall pea plant. Tall pea plant. In monohybrid cross, in Mendel's monohybrid cross, homozygous tall plant is tall phenotypically. Heterozygous tall plant is also tall. There is no morphological difference between capital T plant and capital T small t plant. Mendel used this test cross to test whether that dominant individual is homozygous or heterozygous. Whether that individual, tall individual, is having a genotype capital T or capital T small t. So here the most important, this test developed by Gregor Johann Mendel to test the purity of the dominant individual formed in F2, because in F2 two types of dominant individuals are formed. Dominant individual, two types of tall plants are formed. One is homozygous tall and another one is heterozygous tall. Then this test is useful to test the organism is homozygous or heterozygous. I mean, to test the purity of the organism, very important. This is useful to test the organism is homozygous or heterozygous. And is useful to test the purity of the organism. Test cross is useful to test the purity of organism. Very important. Whether the organism is pure or not. Purity. Pure means homozygous. Pure means homozygous. Not pure means heterozygous. Very important. Very important. Test cross. Test cross is a cross made between F1 hybrid with recessive parent. For the first time, this cross developed by Mendel. Why Mendel used this cross? To test the purity of the dominant individual. To test the purity of the tall pea plant formed in F2. Because during F2 generation, how many types of tall plants are formed? Two types. One is homozygous tall with capital T genotype. Another one is heterozygous tall with capital T small t genotype. He used this cross to test whether the tall individual is homozygous or heterozygous. For example, say this is the heterozygous tall individual. If it is the heterozygous tall individual, if it is crossed with recessive parent, generally this heterozygous tall individual produces how many types of, this is phenotypically tall, this is phenotypically dwarf. Then this one represents F1 tall with genotype capital T small t. Produces capital T gametes and produces small t gametes. Here the gametes are of only one kind. All the gametes are with small t only. When the fertilization takes place between these gametes, it results in the formation of different types of combinations. Say if the gametes are with, say these are the female gametes and these are male gametes. Capital T female gamete, small t female gamete, small t male gamete, small t male gamete. Then possible combinations: capital T small t, capital T small t, small t small t, small t small t. Then what about the phenotype? Capital T small t tall, capital T small t tall, small t dwarf, small t dwarf. So when a cross is made between F1 hybrid and dwarf plant or recessive plant, if the progeny is produced in 1:1 ratio, here analyze the phenotypes. Here how many types of phenotypes are formed in test cross? Two types of phenotypes. One is tall, whose proportion is 2/4, that is 50%. Then another one is dwarf, whose proportion is 2/4, that is 50%. That is, here the phenotypic ratio is 1:1. 1:1. Similarly, analyze the genotypes. Genotypes. Here, how many genotypes are formed? Two types. One is capital T small t. Another one is small t small t. How many of the plants are with capital T small t? 2 out of 4. These two are with capital T small t. Whose percentage is 50%? Then these two are small. Out of 4, 2 are small. I mean 2 are with small t, whose percentage is also 50%. So here the genotypic ratio is also 1:1. Very important. In monohybrid test cross, phenotypic ratio is 1:1. Genotypic ratio is also 1:1. Phenotypic and genotypic ratios remain same. Very simple cross. Test cross is nothing but a cross made between F1 hybrid with recessive parent. F1 hybrid genotype is capital T small t. Then this cross is mainly useful to test the purity of the organism. How can we identify the purity of the organism, whether the organism is homozygous or not? For example, consider if the tall plant is heterozygous tall. Listen carefully. If the tall plant is heterozygous tall, whenever this tall plant is crossed with dwarf plant or recessive parent, it results in the production of phenotypic and genotypic ratios in 1:1 ratio. If this tall plant is homozygous tall, consider another case. If this tall plant is homozygous tall, tall plants are of two types. Tall plants formed in F2 generation are of two types, homozygous tall and heterozygous tall. If tall plant is heterozygous, what is the result? Phenotypic and genotypic ratios 1:1. If the tall plant is homozygous tall, consider if the tall plant of F2 is homozygous tall. Homozygous tall is formed in F2 generation. Whenever it is crossed with recessive parent, dwarf parent or homozygous dwarf parent, it produces how many types of gametes? Only one type. All the gametes are with capital T allele. Here also all the gametes are with small t allele. Then consider the possible combinations by using checkerboard. Here how many types of combinations are possible? 4 types. Say these are female and these are male. Female are with capital T, then small t. Possible combination capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t, capital T small t. Then whose phenotype is tall. Because all are with capital T small t, heterozygous individuals. Now analyze the phenotypes. How many types of phenotypes are formed here? All the plants are tall. All the types are tall. Then analyze the genotypes. All the plants are having only one type of genotype, because generally here all are tall plants. Here all are heterozygous. So with the help of this simple observation, we easily identify if the tall plant is homozygous. No doubt two types of tall plants are formed. If tall plant formed in F2 is homozygous, all the progeny are tall in the test cross. If the F2 plant if the tall plant produced in F2 is heterozygous, tall and dwarf plants are produced in 1:1 ratio. Very simple but very important. What is test cross? Test cross is a cross which is made between two parents monohybrid cross is a cross which is made between two parents differing in single trait. Then generally in monohybrid cross there are two other types, test cross and back cross. Test cross is a cross made between F1 hybrid with recessive parent I mean, generally F1 hybrid means with the genotype capital T small t. This is the standard definition for test cross. The cross made between F1 hybrid with the recessive parent. This test cross for the first time developed by Gregor Johann Mendel to test the purity of the dominant individual, to test the purity of the tall individual formed in F2 generation, because there is complexity with reference to the tall plants produced in F2. Two types of tall plants are produced, one with homozygous tall and another one with heterozygous tall. These two are externally same. There is no difference between homozygous tall and heterozygous tall. We cannot distinguish homozygous tall and heterozygous tall by observing the external features. Then which technique is used to identify whether the tall plant is homozygous or heterozygous? Yes, the test cross. Test cross is the method. Test cross is the technique which is used to identify whether F2 tall plant is homozygous or heterozygous. If F2 tall plant is heterozygous, when it is crossed with recessive parent, both tall and dwarf plants are produced in equal proportion, in 1:1 proportion. If the F2 tall plant is heterozygous, the phenotypic and genotypic ratios remain 1:1. If F2 tall plant is homozygous tall, F2 tall plant is homozygous, it contains capital T genotypes. At the end, only one type of phenotype, one type of genotype is formed. All are phenotypically tall, all are genotypically heterozygous. If all the plants produced at the end of the test cross are phenotypically tall, genotypically heterozygous, the test individual is pure. The test individual is pure. If tall and dwarf plants appeared in 1:1 ratio, the test individual is impure. Test individual is heterozygous. Okay, Dada? Are you getting? Okay. What is test cross? Test cross is the cross which is made between F1 hybrid with recessive parent. What is the use of test cross? This is used to test the purity of the individuals. Used to test the purity of the individual. I mean whether the organism is homozygous or heterozygous. What is the monohybrid phenotypic ratio? Monohybrid phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Test cross phenotypic ratio is 1:1. Test cross genotypic ratio is 1:1. In case of test